Hey, what's up, guys? Joker here. I haven't done one of these tier lists in a long time, so I thought about just doing a tier list, and I'll do raids for now. I know this is Savage. I'm just gonna be rating it as the normal version. I haven't done all of them on Savage. I haven't done the ultimate, so I'm just like, okay, I've done it all normal, and I've done them all synced normal too. So I might as well just rate them and go from there. Let me look at this. Uh, yeah, I think this is right. Yeah, it is right. So honestly, the Alexander ones, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm trying to look through this. Just like, because I just need a refresher, to be honest. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Honestly, like the Alexander ones, I think. I think go something like that. I think all of these are just straight garbage. It's just as simple as you go in, do damage, and you kill the boss. C goes up and it's like, okay, there's a little cool thing. The boss looks really cool. There's stuff like that. B, I actually do like this steamroller thing. I thought it was a really interesting concept where like this you're like trapped on that platform. You're having to, beat it down. I thought it was interesting. A11, yeah, A11, that's not Cruise Chaser. Um, where is Cruise Chaser? I think it's, yeah, I'm gonna go with that's Cruise Chaser. I can't really tell. Like I said, I haven't played this in a long time. It's gonna be kind of, wonky in that way. Let me look at this. Cruise Chaser raid. Art of the creator. A11. Okay, so I was right. It was Cruise Chaser. Yeah, I liked Cruise Chaser a lot. It had and then of course Alexander. Alexander, I thought was a really cool raid. I think it was like the first one. I think it was the first time I actually died doing these Alexander raids. We wiped, did it again. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was sick. I did do that one on Savage. I got all the mounts for Alexander, all the Savage mounts. I thought Alexander Savage was also really cool, but it was unsynced, so I can't really say from that perspective. But I did really like. This is how I feel like normal synced. This is how it is. Um, like all of those other ones are just so terrible. Where it's just like you straight up just go in, kill. There's not really anything unique or cool about it. That's what I'm like missing about binding. Like binding, I honestly would put. I would put most of them. Most of them in the C's. I put all the bosses. Um, I would put them all on S. I would put Twintanya. I would put uh what's her name? Nail Vandaris. I put Bahamut. I put Luiswa. I put all of them. I put all of them on S. And I put most of them on like C and then B and A. Kind of like work it out from there. I really liked Bahamut. I think the difficulty was just like I think a little just too much. I think if it was just scaled back, but the problem is that for Alexander, they scaled it back way too far. And then in these Stormblood raids, like I feel like they just straight up didn't like try the best way to put it. I feel like they were like way too safe. Just way it was just like here's a boss, kill it. Um like these two I didn't like at all. This one was like a C. Uh, this guy I think he was a B, especially on Savage. I think he's a B. And then it's like again here. Is this the train? I like the train. The train was a cool one. Um, again, forgettable. Kefka, I think, was a really cool fight. I've done that in Savage too. I thought that's also a really cool fight. Um, there, Chaos, I think that was like a B. Omega, I would say was. Oh, I think Omega was like an A. I think the twins were like also an A. And then this was like a there. I don't know why it has two parts. Again, I'm not talking about Savage. I'm just doing like normal. I think honestly for these Stormblood raids, it comes down to a lot of it is so forgettable. And then like it's like but like they put these old Final Fantasy characters that you like and you actually care about, like the train, chaos. I think this one was like pretty good because like I started farming it for my tank mount and I did this one and I was like, oh, this actually is kind of like cool. I remember Omega has some good mechanics to it too. Same with the twins. Uh, dude, I can't remember his name, but like this guy was so cool too. And Kefka, I think, was like just a really sick fight. Even on Savage, it's really well done. I think. Um, now Eden's verse. Eden, I've only done one on Savage, and I got carried doing it because I was like so bad. Let's see, Resurrection. Honestly, like Eden's verse was like the first time I was like pretty scaled. So my opinion of it is gonna be like a little different. Um okay, in dungeon. Okay. Okay, so where's three? Three is a B. Um Eden's verse 4, that's Refuge. I think that's also a B. I think these two are kind of like basic, and then they like just it's like weird. It starts basic and then it just like ramps up. Oh, septiculture. Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes way more sense. Oh, I had it right. There you go. And this kind of isn't like when I put them down there, it's kind of like not in any order necessarily. I think like um because I think it would be more subjective. I just think of it from a promise of a better fight. What's interesting, the mechanics, the bosses, the stuff like that. I mean, like um to be honest, it's just like most of it was just most of it is just forgettable, and like the ones that I do actually remember, I put on the top because that they actually like were good enough to where it's like, hey, I actually remember that one, not something where it's like, oh, that was just like something basic. Um, oh, the Rama one, that one I think was the coolest one. Um, I think Rama. Uh, I think the Leviathan one just wasn't as cool. If it's just something as simple as just like dodge around in a circle and stuff like that, I didn't like it as much. But like I will say, all the Eden's verse ones were at least C because they're like harder, mostly because you're on level, so you're actually gonna feel it more. But I did all these saints, so it's like it's kind of weird how it's like I felt it more on Eden's verse. I think the Rama one was cool. I think the Titan one was cool too. The Shiva one was also interesting. Also, the story I liked more in Eden's verse between Gaia and Rain. Serene. So I think that also contributed to it. Like I said, I'm not much of a rating person, but this is how I feel. I think a lot of it is just garbage crap that is so mindless. Especially when you go into the roulette and you get all those Alexander raids, it's just such a joke. You don't even like need to really think through um really much of it. And it comes down to where Cruise Chaser is just a cool character. So like I was saying, like it comes down to like the bosses, like the aesthetic of them, the actual mechanics of it. This is how I think the mechanics are, how it should be. Like if you really want to challenge, if you're a hardcore raider, if you come from like WoW or something like that, just play the savages. Look at videos, look at guides. Make sure you know what you're doing. People will help you, but like to a certain extent, you're kind of wasting someone's time, and that's kind of like why I don't want to do it. Most of these savages, it's like, uh, especially if they don't have a mount, it's like there's no reward for me in doing it. I mean, Ultimate and stuff like that. I have to put in the time in to go work with that. I can't just get carried through Ultimate and stuff like that. I have to actually like know this stuff, actually pay attention to videos and stuff. And it's like I don't have the time to like just go down and do that. And I don't want to be wasting someone's time that actually did put in the effort. So this is how I feel about it. The raids, I think honestly, Final Fantasy's raids, if I'm comparing it with Destiny's, I think Destiny's raids are better. I don't feel like these are raids. It's just boss rush for the most part. It's not like a raid. It's like I feel like I feel trial is a better name for this, but they already used trial to describe you just fighting a boss, but then the raids turned into you just fighting a boss. So it's like kind of weird. They aren't raids. They're just bosses. Um so yeah, this is what I think. Um Now let me know what you guys think. I think some people can articulate it better. But yeah, until next time, see you later. Bye.